Welcome to our YouTube channel, where we delve into the intricate webs of historical events and bring you a fresh perspective on the past. Today, we are embarking on a journey through time, back to the mid-20th century, to unravel one of the most contentious chapters of global history, the Vietnam War. Before we start, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with your history buff friends, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Now fasten your seatbelts as we dive into the turbulent waters of the Vietnam War, a conflict that was far more than just a simple battle between two ideologies. Have you ever wondered how a series of events, seemingly unrelated, can spiral into a conflict that engulfs nations and changes the course of history? The Vietnam War, a chapter of Cold War history, is a testament to such a phenomenon. The seeds of the Vietnam War were sown long before the first shots were fired. Vietnam, once a colony under French rule, was a hotbed of nationalist movements and armed uprisings. The French, unable to quell the spirit of revolution, met defeat at Dien Bien Phu in 1954. This led to the Geneva Accords, which temporarily divided Vietnam along the 17th parallel. North Vietnam fell under communist control, while South Vietnam leaned towards a pro-Western government led by Nguyen Dinh Diem. The United States, wary of the spread of communism, decided to support South Vietnam with military aid. Here, we see the first ripples of what was to become the Vietnam War. The early 1960s saw the conflict intensify. The National Liberation Front, or the Viet Cong, started gaining ground in South Vietnam. In response, the United States bolstered its military presence. However, Diem's regime was repressive and ineffective against the Viet Cong, leading to his overthrow and assassination in 1963. The Vietnam War was more than just a regional conflict. It was a focal point of the Cold War, a struggle between East and West, communism and democracy. The United States aimed to contain communism in Southeast Asia, a goal that would prove to be more challenging than anticipated. In this video, we have traced the origins of the Vietnam War back to Vietnam's colonial history. We have explored how the French defeat at Dien Bien Phu and the subsequent Geneva Accords set the stage for the conflict. We have looked at the role of the United States, its efforts to counter communist expansion, and the consequences of these actions. In essence, the Vietnam War was a complex and multifaceted conflict that stemmed from a web of political, ideological, and historical factors. It is a stark reminder of how the ambitions and fears of nations can lead to devastating wars, forever changing the lives of those caught in the crossfire. As we move forward and examine the aftermath of this complex conflict, it's essential to remember the human cost of war. The Vietnam War resulted in a staggering loss of life, with estimates ranging from 1.3 to 3.8 million deaths, including civilians, military personnel, and those from both the north and south of Vietnam. Not to forget the countless individuals left scarred, both physically and emotionally, by the horrors they witnessed. The war also created a refugee crisis, with hundreds of thousands of Vietnamese people displaced from their homes, many of whom fled to the United States and other countries, forever altering the demographic landscape of these nations. The environmental impact was equally devastating, with the widespread use of chemical agents like Agent Orange leading to long-term damage to Vietnam's ecosystems. These tragic figures and stories serve as a stark reminder of the true cost of war, beyond the political and ideological battles that often headline our history books. The human cost of war is a toll that continues to echo through generations, long after the guns have fallen silent. As we delve deeper into history, we realize that every event, every decision is a cog in the machinery of time, shaping the world as we know it today. The Vietnam War, a dark chapter in our collective past, is a reflection of this intricate tapestry of cause and effect.